Hello everyone, welcome to my guide for a solo tour base for SCUM. The base will include a garage big enough for a car and a motorbike, a core with a lot of loot space and a shooting floor on top. In the end, we will also going to talk about locking doors in SCUM. The base is very efficiently built. I will show you step by step how you build it and what advantages it will bring. What I learned to be really efficient for a base is not to have any windows or peek holes because they allow the enemy to throw grenades from the side. I would rather protect the inside and have a 360 degree shooting floor on top of the base. First of all, we have to place a flag. And you see on this server it is not possible to place the flag near the street, so I walk a little inside to place the flag. I'm of course in admin mode, so I can show you faster how I build. And when the flag is placed, I take a little distance from the flag so it doesn't interrupt me when I'm building. I also look that I'm a little far away from plants. You see, I have a little distance from the plant on the side. And then I start to build my 2-on-2 base, the ground foundation. There has to be an extra square for the garage where the car will be parked, because if you don't have that, the door will destroy your car. And to get inside, we have a little ramp. Start with the walls. You can see with this white arrow in what direction the wall will look. It always has to look away from you, so the outside is a little stronger. And when the walls are placed, we are going to place our door frames. This one will be for the garage, and the other one is if we just go outside by foot. So we have that possibility as well. Note that to rotate walls or furniture, you can use your mouse wheel. So before we go now to the second floor, we create it by placing the floor.
Yeah.
So now the roof is placed. Now we are still placing some doors. Now we need stairs to go up. I found out that this kind of stair is the most space efficient.
Yeah.
It will go from bottom floor to the top floor. But first things first, going to place first of all the walls. Again, take care of the arrows that they look outside. So now I have placed all of the walls, and we can see that there are some walls in the ground floor that are missing, and I will just put those additional stabilizations for the walls, so I can place a wall in the second floor as well. You see, I'm placing a wall now with the arrow outside, and here also we're going to protect our core with an additional wall inside and an additional door frame on this side. And this will be the place where we will have all our loot and our beds. But first of all, that it doesn't rain into the core, I'm going to build the top floor. Here is a
another version of the stairs. It's a final version that has a little floor piece on top that makes the top a little bigger. And here you can see a way that is often used in PvP for Basit. It doesn't look really good, but it's the best possibility to protect yourself, and we will see later that in third person you have actually a pretty good view on the surrounding. But before I show you this view, I'm going to just quickly upgrade all of the materials. This procedure will take you probably on the server a little longer than on this video, because you have to find all the materials. So now here you can see what a great overview you have on the shooting floor. You can see here in first person that actually nobody on this side can see me. Me on the other hand, I can see them pretty good if I rotate this side. I have a great overview on the top floor for shooting. Here I have forgotten to build a ramp that helps me for the motorbike, but the skeleton of our base is now basically finished, and this is where I'm going to park the car right now. Now I'm getting the motorbike, and because of the car that blocks the garage, I made before this little ramp, and it helps me a lot to park any motorbike or a bicycle, for example, with enough space. Here we go, and then we close our base and we're safe. So for all of you that just wanted to see the base, bye bye on this place, because now I'm going to put some furniture into our core. So what I like to do first, especially in admin mode, is to put a bed first of all. Probably I would put some boxes before if I would play on a PvP server. Here I upgraded the bed, so as I said, it's a duo base, so there is of course place for 2 people to sleep. The biggest furniture, where I would save a little space, is this working table. So the biggest box would be probably one of those lockers, and I think the best place to place them is actually beside the bed. I would use them for clothes, because clothes take especially a lot of loot space, and in the corner there is not so much overview in the corner, and this is why I put those lockers exactly in this position. Around 3 should fit here on this side, and on this side I would place some boxes. You can see that the game is still a little buggy, as I could overlay those 2 boxes, and it shouldn't be working like that, because you see that I put half of the box over the other one. So probably this is the way to have the most loot space in the smallest space. The game is a little buggy, but in this context. And after I place the boxes, I'm going now to place the weapon holders. If I get raided, I have with those a quick access to loaded guns, so I prepare my guns perfectly loaded and available to have it quick when I need it. there are those other weapon holsters that exist also. Like the items I've shown you now are the most important, I guess, for building. All the other ones are more decorative. What brings us now to the locks. So here I spawned the best locks you can have. I put 2 that are possible for wooden doors. I use a battery for a BCU lock. A BCU lock gives an electricity impulse if somebody tries to unlock the door and fails. So here are additional security locks I put into my door, and now the door is perfectly protected. We go now to another door where I show you guys a metal door. Here are 3 slots possible for the locks, but a BCU lock is not working here, so don't bother to put more than 1 BCU lock at your base, because per team only 1 BCU lock is allowed. Last but not least, we are going to talk about opening doors remotely. For that feature you need a remote key and a remote door sensor. You have to click both of them in your inventory and connect them. You see them marked red. After the placement of the door sensor at the door, you will have the possibility to open and close the door with the remote controller. I'll show you guys now the comfortable way when I drive out with my car out of my base. I open my inventory and close the door just from the remote, which is actually pretty nice. So I don't have to get out of my car, and I'm a little bit more protected in that way. So this works vice versa when I come back from a loot run. Going to park again. Here I have to look that my door is exactly in this position so it can open. And yeah, that's basically it. If you could learn something, give me a like and follow me for more videos. Visit me on my SCUM server to meet me in person. Link below. Bye!